finally back. Good heavens, that's been a long gap. So I went away on a trip and I came back, almost 2 weeks ago today? Well, it was, the Thursday before Easter. And I'm only just now getting back to diamond painting. Crikey, time passes. All right, so before I start, I kind of wanted to talk to you about what I'm doing now. And I'm going to put her in the show. That's the one I'm working on. This was from Heaven and Earth Designs that I chose. So all that information will be in the description box. And this is just an old box that I put it in. I think it came, I can't remember how it came because it was quite a while ago. But this one has like 89, 92 colors. I put the piece of paper away. I don't know, but I just wanted to talk you through it. So it came with washi tape around the outside edge of it, so there's nothing sticky there. So that's very nice. And I love how they really thought and made it kind of coordinate with the painting. And that's just a nice little, why not? If you can do that, why not? So as you can see, I started this before I left on my trip. And yep, it goes over to there. So this is what I've accomplished. And then I put it away while I traveled and took a different kit, which I can talk about another time. And now I'm finally getting back to it. So I thought I'd let you know what I'm doing as far as, because there's so many colors. What I've been using is a double stacked zip container, which will be in the description box below too. These are tall, and on this side, these are short. So what I did that according to this count of drills for each color, because they send you a very nice inventory sheet. And I know that I could put, I have it written down somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm not as prepared. I just wanted to get started. It's been so long. Anyway, so I knew how many things I could fill. I think it was 3 in one of these. It might have been 4. And if I had more than that, then I needed to fill a big one. So that's how I handled that. So I started off with my favorite method because of I'll show you what I really love to use for diamond painting is these little, I know they're cheap and cheerful, but mine, other people have had trouble. I've just never had any trouble with mine. I've had one container that likes to pop up, just like that one did when I opened the case, that won't stay closed. But that's the only one I've ever had any trouble with. All the rest of mine stay closed, and I just number them, and they're attached. And I just love working with these. But I didn't have enough for 90-something colors. So I was, how am I going to do this? So I had invested into this because I knew I was interested in doing a larger diamond painting. And I needed a method to use. So with that smaller method, I number them 1 through however many, and I just use them that way. My chart on the canvas is numbered, or I number it if it's not numbered, or quite often I'll attach to my light. Like when Diamond Art Club, they do a nice a separate symbol chart, and I usually clip it here and it's already numbered. So that's how I do my corresponding numbers. Well, this was going to be too many numbers. And so what I did, although I did number them, I'm finding I'm not using that aspect. I wrote these numbers in, but I don't need them. what I'm doing is I group the short ones all color-wise. So I have blues, and I have greens, and I have yellows, browns and oranges, kind of blue-greens, and some neutral ones. Some neutral ones. And then I did the same thing, so try not to move too fast, with my larger jars. So I have greens, and here's some browns, some neutrals, some blues, just whatever I needed. And that I'm using now is the actual symbol. These stickers came with this kit. And so I just cut them up into little slivers, as you can see. And then I numbered them first. And then I cut them into slivers and I put them on the corresponding jar. But I'm not using the numbers, even though my intentions were, and I started off with 1, 2, 3, and 4 is probably a tall jar, and I had a tall jar there, and then carried on. So this was small and tall jars, or short and tall jars, I should say, as well as the extras in here. And I didn't really like that. I thought it would be easier to find them according to their symbol, since I wasn't using the numbers. So if I'm going to use the symbols, why not put all the small ones here, simply because this foam is smaller. So the tall jars were sticking way up. And now I have all my small jars here, and then I have all my tall jars here, because this piece of foam obviously was made for the taller jars. So that is how it has turned out, and that's working really well for me. I've not had a problem. So I'm going to try and be fancy schmancy. So I'm going to stop this recording and start another one, and then put the two together, hopefully with a nice blackout segue. We'll see. Hopefully. Okay. Well, hopefully this is going to work. I'm going to start off, or continue this color, or the symbol, sorry, with my tweezers. And I've noticed in this particular canvas that the drills fit really nice. However, I need to set the drills definitely inside the outline. I can't, there's too much space if I get it over to one line. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit, and it leaves a bigger gap between the drills than I like to have. But everything seems really nice. I'm really impressed. I've not used this company before, and I've not used this the drills from this company either. This is a place where you have to buy the drills separately. And I went to, I think it's Cooper. Again, I'll put that in the description. And they are mentioned, I believe, on the Heaven and Earth Design on their website, of a couple of places where you can go to get drills. And I got in touch with Cooper, and they already had drills, I don't know, necessarily kitted up for this, but I knew that they had done this canvas before. And, you know, I shouldn't say that because I don't know that, but I asked them. I know other people have used them. I'd heard, I think it might have been Rachel Ray who mentioned it. So, and she had talked to the people at Cooper. I'm sorry, I don't know the full name. And they put up together the kit for her. And so I just sent an email asking if they had one that they could do for this. And yes, they did. So after they told me the price, and I agreed and paid and all that, the drills came separately. So that's how this works when you order from Heaven and Earth Design. They do cross-stitch canvases. And I think somebody just said, have you ever thought about making your canvases available for diamond art? Because that's essentially what this is, without a needle and thread. So they've made a lot of their projects available for diamond painting, and that's really so cool. But it was a smaller size for a smaller number of drills for me to get used to see how I liked doing something on this scale. So one of the kits I'm looking to get is a Josephine wall, and there's a place in Germany where you can order them, but there are 200 to 300 drills involved. And I was just like, oh, I'll start a little lower than that, a little smaller than that. See if it's something I think I can even tackle, because I had a hard time picturing how that would go. Even though I've watched somebody else do it on YouTube, I still wasn't sure how I would handle that. But this 92 drills, I believe it is, I think I said, is going super well, and I really like it. I'm not having trouble with it, so I'm very happy about that, because I do love working with confetti. And this, as you can tell, is heavy confetti, which is why there's so many colors. The Josephine wall from the German company is obviously, with that many drills, very heavily confetti. It's going well. I'm not feeling overwhelmed. It's easier to find them. Now, I will say kitting up was quite a to-do, because trying to figure out, do I need a larger container or should I do a smaller one? And I will tell you that not the larger ones don't. I still have some of these Elizabeth Ward. I'm still using some of the colors in here. So you can see there's the rest of my number 8, number 4, 2, and 3. But there aren't that many. I think I have this row. And then this row is pretty clear. I just have a couple up here. Just one, actually. So most all of my drills fit in these round containers. So that's pretty cool. But it did take me quite a while. I would say most of one afternoon. It was a time investment for sure. But once it's done until you have to, of course, kit down. But if you're someone who doesn't save your drills afterwards, then that won't be a problem either. It'll be a little longer because you have more containers to clear out, but pitching drills would be the same no matter what size. All right. So I thought I would fill you in on what happened while we were away. Only good stuff. So that's not what I meant. I meant diamond painting wise, because I believe I told you my sister and I were going to take the same painting to do, and we were very excited to be working on it together. We bought them at separate times, but from the same company, just a few weeks apart. And they were not rendered the same. My colors were different to hers. It was very strange. We've had that happen one other time when we ordered from, I believe it was DIYMoon. And those were ordered at exactly this. I ordered 2 paintings exactly the same, 2 kits, I should say. And they were rendered completely differently. So I don't know what to say about that. I guess they had 2 different people on them and they must render by hand, which is actually nice. I appreciate that they do that. I think that And no, normally you would never, ever know. It was just because we had ordered 2 at the same time. And they came obviously shipped together because I ordered them both under my name and had them shipped here. And I was shocked when I unrolled and saw the different drills that she had to mine. I mean, and you don't know which one you're going to like better. I just knew I was going to like hers better, and I did. That was my butterflies for diamond, sleeping with butterflies, excuse me, canvas that I did. I just love the colors in hers. She probably loves the colors in mine. Isn't that always the way? What you don't have is the one that you really, really, really like. But whatever. They're both done and they're both beautiful. They're just both different. I had a lot of gray and she had in mine, and she had more blues. Go figure. But I digress. This is talking. Oh, and I don't mean to bash these companies at all. That is not intended. The quality of everything was just fine. And as I said, if they hadn't been side by side and ordered at the same time, you would never know. And who orders 2? I mean, I'm sure most people don't order 2 kits at a time. I'm sure that's probably kind of unusual. Yes, so we ordered the same painting a few weeks apart from All Diamond Painting, and the Stunning Beauty Collection it was called. I believe it's no longer on the site. Somebody messaged me, or I got a YouTube message, I think it was, comment about they had trouble with the link, or it says it's no longer available. And so I looked it up and it's like, yep, you're right. I'm so sorry. It's not on their site anymore. So hopefully they'll restock. But until then, I guess it's not available. So you'll just have to try it and see. If I can get it to work, I will link to it in this video. Right. Okay, so back to the story. So we get there and we kit up, and we both have, once again, different diamonds and symbols. Not for the whole thing, but for a little bit. Enough that it makes a difference. So she's working on hers, and I love it. And I'm working on mine, and she loves it, of course. However, I had huge trouble with my drills not sticking to my canvas. She didn't have any trouble at all, but I sure was. So I wasn't sure what the issue was. I could only think, well, I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. I've never had that problem before. And my sister said that she's had that happen on a canvas or 2, not a huge area, but just a little area. And she used double-sided sticky tape to help get through that area. So something like this tape here, which I have. There you go. Oh, you can see the inside. There you go. SUUKWANG. And I'm sorry, I can't tell you where that came from. I think it's an a quarter of an inch. And it's double-sided sticky tape, and it's very, very thin. So, and it's just something that you can either cut or just tear with your fingers. And it's super sticky, and we use it in a lot of our crafting to adhere paper and other elements to cards, or some of our journals that we do, the inserts. That's what we use. Anyway, of course, this was at home and not with me. So that wasn't overly helpful to not have that, but you know, you don't think you're going to need it, so you don't take it, because you can't take everything as much as you might like. What ended up happening was we went to one of our favorite towns, small towns, Dahlonega, Georgia. And lo and behold, I found another diamond painting kit by Diamond Dots, and it was a Thomas Kinkade painting that had been turned into, diamond art. And so I bought that, and I started on that. So I had to kit down my stunning beauty, my beautiful pink fairy. But obviously, I love Thomas Kinkade, and this was just so beautiful. It doesn't show well on the outside of the box, but the colors in the, I can show you the colors. The colors of the drills are beautiful. So it's going to be super pretty when I get that done. And Diamond Dots is a great name. They made the first diamond painting that I ever did that got me hooked. So it's kind of their fault, right? Anyway. Yes, those, I believe, yes, those are the drills that were in the containers that I like to use. I'll show you. Here are the colors. Let me open these. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. Ah, yes. Some beautiful pinks, purples, kind of a watermelon color, golds, some dark, but here, oh, look at those. They're just lovely. Really, really pretty. And these are, I knew I needed 40 containers for the pink fairy. So that's all I brought with me. And here are the colors. Again, more pinks, some dark stuff. And these were extras that my mom had an extra container. Extra these for hers. And so I put the extras here. But anyway, so I need to get those back to her. Thanks, Mom. Anyway, it was fun. All three of us diamond painting over there together, and really enjoyed that. So I do not have, hang on. Let's see if this is the box for it. It is not. Yeah, I got rid of the box with the rendering on that. So I can't show you what the painting looks like. But if you're familiar with Thomas Kinkade, needless to say, it's a cottage and tons of trees and flowers. Just beautiful scenery. Typical Thomas Kinkade, just so serene and beautiful. Anyway, that was quite a saga. So I didn't get to diamond paint a whole lot while I was there, but enough. And I hope that I will let you know on my pink fairy if she is more tacky in Florida than she is in Georgia. It was very cold, well, for a few days while we were there, the first few days. We actually had snow one day. Not a lot, but enough that you could see it. It started to collect on the railing outside. So we were very surprised about that. But I think that's what made me wonder if perhaps mine wasn't, happy about the weather conditions. I don't know. It was off, it's drier humidity up there as well. And it might affect the stickiness of a canvas. Why it didn't my sister's, I do not know, but it could be she was using different wax. Later on, we wondered I was using my super sticky Paddy wax that I like. And I don't have a heavy hand, so I don't press really hard. to either pick up the diamond or to lay it down on the canvas, but we did wonder if perhaps I should try something less tacky. So with Thomas Kinkade, I had brought my, the one that I got from France with my beautiful diamond painting pens that I've shown you. So there it is, my beautiful pink one. And they sent me a sample, and I had brought this container with the beeswax that they do. And so I used that on the Thomas Kinkade, and I didn't have a problem. So it could be something as simple as that. Maybe I just need to use a lighter tackiness. Hey, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm still doing this. On the Pink Fairy. Interesting, the things that you discover along the way. But that's why it's a journey, right? And this is supposed to be enjoyable. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back to it, but it was nice that it was laying here just waiting for me. It didn't go anywhere, and it's easy to pick up. I put my container away that had the drills. I zipped it up and put it on the floor, and I just had this laying on the desk. So there wasn't a big mess around, and it was easy to come back to and get started. Anyway, I think I've nattered on long enough and combined with the first video that it should be more than enough time. So I will see you soon, and sooner rather than later, I hope, because I'm here and I'm diamond painting again. So God bless.